Welcome back to the Simply Fitness podcast. I'm John Stein. Super excited for you to be here. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're coming back, let's go. Let's get after it. So, like I've been doing, we're starting off today, random thoughts. So today, I want to talk about this new habit that I've been doing, getting back to, not really starting for new, but reading. Fell off for a little bit, but here we are. I want to talk about the two books that I'm reading right now. I usually read two books at a time, a nonfiction book and a fiction book, just to help diversify, don't get bored of it. Super fun. So right now, the first two, really my third and fourth book of the year, The Obvious Choice by Jonathan Goodman. This is a great book. It's a new business book that he wrote. It's a different line of thought from what people think they should be building their businesses off of. I think it's really good so far. It's got some really great ideas behind it, things that you can really play off of, especially if maybe living on social media is not like your biggest thing and it doesn't make you feel the greatest. This book has a lot of great ideas about it. So, highly recommend. He writes a lot of great things. He is a really big in the fitness space, but in all spaces. This is a very general business book, not just on fitness, even though he uses it for some references there. And then my fiction book right now, little guilty pleasure, awesome. I love it and enjoy it, is the third book, Onyx Storm in the Fourth Wing series. Absolutely love it. It's, again, fiction is one of my favorite things, and dragons, love dragons. Anything with dragons in it, I will pretty much read. So if you got recommendations, send them my way. I will 100% read it cover to cover. So far, so good. Enjoying it. Always some twists, always some turns, always a good time. Definitely just something fun, creative. You know, a lot of people knock fiction books. They're like, I don't like fiction books. I only want to read nonfiction. Like, it just helps you get creative. It helps you branch out of your mind to get these ideas and get creative. So the more I read, the more creative I become, the more ideas that I, get in my mind that helps me with the things that I'm doing. Even though dragons has nothing to do with what I'm doing. It just helps me become a little bit more creative, a little bit more imaginative, get different examples about the things that I'm talking about and the ideas to better help my clients. And I have a pretty, not a huge goal, but 7,000 pages is my goal by the end of the year. I want to read 7,000 pages. I want to really get back into this habit of reading. I got my library card, in my new town. So I'm going to be, I already got my list on Goodreads, downloaded the app, started making a list of the books that I want to read. So I stopped buying so many books because I have a pretty decent sized library. It goes all the way down to the bottoms of the shelf. So a lot of it's hidden away. But yeah, just trying to help myself expand my mind, get creative again, enjoy reading, because reading is amazing. Stories are amazing. That's how we live life. So you got to make sure, I always suggest, find a book, read it, love it. It doesn't have to be nonfiction. It can be fiction. Enjoy it. Have a little time outside of our phones. I believe in hard copy, old fashioned. I'm not a big fan of the Kindle. I have never owned one, but I just like the idea of holding the book, reading it, highlighting it, doing all that fun stuff. Now, next random thought, I want to talk about exercises that I'm loving right now. I'm about halfway through my program, and a few of them just stand out, and I want to talk about them, and just give you maybe some ideas of things that you can add to your program and why they're important. So right now, first one is probably going to be a little bit of a hot take, but Bulgarian split squats. I love split squats. 1, 2 Bulgarian split squats. They are a humbling exercise. Trust me. I have some pretty strong legs. I lift some heavy weights, but with Bulgarian split squats, you try to hit that same level, they'll stop you pretty quick. And especially with me being focused on running, the stability aspect of being in a split squat with that foot elevated, really focusing on that one leg and being able to stabilize it is right up my alley and really helping me with all my imbalances that I do have because of the injury that I had a few years ago. And it's really helping me with that. Plus, I don't know how I just learned about this, but the whole, if you haven't seen it before, I would highly suggest looking up how to set up for a Bulgarian split squat, not to put your foot up and jumping around trying to figure out that spot. But if you take a seat on at the edge of the bench and place the leg out. So whatever leg's in front. So if it's your right leg, put your right leg out, put that heel into the ground, then stand up and place that foot then on the back. That's a perfect length right there. Whoever figured that out, bravo, bravo, because it really does help the setup. I teach it to everyone who comes, all my clients, all my group fitness classes. It just makes it so much easier, and you feel so much more comfortable in it automatically. So then you can just get right to work. So don't knock it. Just because it's a hard exercise does not mean you should exclude it from your programming. Doesn't need to be there all the time, but again, I would highly suggest adding it in. And then one that I just love, incline bench press. It's in my program right now. Incline, I don't really do too much, but I'm just loving. It's probably one of my heaviest exercises. Pair that with a bench supported row, so it's just really fun to push some heavy weights, pull some heavy weights. It's always great to have something really heavy and you're just moving it. It just feels good. It feels great. It's a confidence boost, and it's fun just challenging the weight again. I've gone so long without having a systematic approach and progressive approach to my workouts. I was just working out, enjoying it, having fun, which is amazing. But now trying to be a little bit more systematic to be able to challenge myself a little bit more with the weights. So it just feels good to, be back. And I'm just really loving it. And sometimes some exercises in your program might not be the most beneficial, but they're just fun. And you just enjoy them. And if you enjoy it, I 100% believe you should be putting it into your workout. So sometimes you just do it because you love it. So add the things in that you love, because why not? It's your workout. Do what you freaking want to do. You got to do some of the things you don't want to do all the time, but you should 100% be doing something that you want to do. Well, let's get into the meat and potatoes of today. It's probably why you came here. We're going to go over meal planning from start to finish. I'm going to go through what I do each and every week to set up my meals. This includes meal prepping, but this isn't. I think a lot of people can confuse meal prepping and meal planning. If you can plan your meals ahead of time, either by the steps we're going to talk about, prepping, whatever the steps that you need to take to plan out your meals, is going to be a huge boost to your nutrition. It's going to be the easiest and best way for you to stay on track with your nutrition. It front loads your decisions. So when you're at the peak of your decision strength, your peak of your motivation, your discipline is right now. It's usually in that moment when you're planning. So now you can make the decisions for your future self. Because I don't know about you, I can't tell the future. I'm pretty sure you can't either. So we don't know what's going to happen this week. The week could be a complete crap show. We don't know. It could be the best week ever. We don't know. So if we have already made the decisions for ourselves to get closer to our goals by eating X, Y, and Z for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're already set up. And yes, that might change. And it might change to some degree. Some weeks a little bit more, some weeks a little bit less. Surprise dinner, you forgot, your lunch, whatever it may be. These are real true things. A few weeks ago, I left my whole entire lunch bag at home after I prepped it. It happens. You just make adjustments and you move on. Meal planning, it really just takes fatigue out of the equation. In the sense of, it doesn't remove it completely, but instead of being this giant wall at the end of the day that you need to climb over, because now you have to, instead of just, okay, now I have to figure out what I have for dinner. What do I have at my house? Okay, what can I make with that? What's going to help me get to my goals? And then you got to make it. Okay, now you got this giant wall of decisions and questions. I don't know about you, like we have lives, have jobs, you might have kids, you might have other things that you have going on in your life that is going to result in you not being able to make the best decision for yourself because you're just a little bit tired. And that's okay. But now, if your plan's already set, You don't have to think about it. Okay, I'm having that chicken with the rice and those vegetables. Boom. Tonight, I'm making ground beef patties, making some burgers with some potatoes. Boom. There you go. I don't need to make that decision. Now I just need to do it. And if you know ahead of time, Wednesday's going to be a little tough. That's going to be a tough day. I want to plan something a little bit easy. Maybe it's a leftover day. Maybe it's an easy meal that takes 15, 20 minutes. Done. Now let's get started. Now, first step is setting your meals. You're going to plan which ones you want. And you don't have to plan all of them. I don't plan all of them. I don't suggest you plan every single meal. But you got to have some type of framework you're working from. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. I usually tell people to start with the one that gives you the most trouble. So if you're always making maybe decisions in the wrong direction for lunch, then start planning your lunches. Maybe it's breakfast, maybe it's dinner, maybe it's the snacks, whatever it may be. But look to the area that needs the most improvement right away and start making those little adjustments there. So to give you an example, for me, I plan my dinners and my breakfast that I bring to work. Why? Because dinners are for both me and my wife, so we can plan what are we making for the week. We can have decisions who's going to be there, who's working late that week, that day, who's going to be the one cooking, and what are those options there. Second, with breakfast, it's what are my options for the week. I usually bring maybe one, maybe two breakfasts. And, do I need to cook something? Is it eggs and, chicken sausage or whatever it may be? Yogurt with fruit. Okay, do I have all the ingredients for that? And why I don't focus on lunch is because usually I'll make enough protein with dinner and enough leftover, carbs to have for lunch. So I don't need to worry about that. Or I make sure that I have some type of additional option if I need it already available in my house for that. So again, look for that biggest area of opportunity. What's giving you that problem area to begin with? So again, just plan your meals. Now, during this stage, what I like to do, take 10 minutes. I love to look up recipes. When I'm okay, I do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Look up some recipes. I have a folder on my Instagram, some options. Have fun with it. This is your time where you're planning out your meals and you're going to look forward to the things you're going to eat. Oh, I'm pumped for my lunches this week. I'm pumped for my dinners, my breakfast. Those things are going to be so freaking delicious and amazing. You get to look forward to this because you're planning it out in advance. It isn't going to be a surprise. Have fun with it. Have fun. This is a plan. You get to plan. This is for you. You get to do something for you. And now step 2, we're gonna make the list. What do we need and where are we gonna get it? To wherever you shop, the grocery store, Costco, or another wholesale store, whatever it may be, make your list. Okay? The reason I'm telling you to make a list is it's going to help you stay on track. Trust me, you are not going to remember everything you need at the grocery store when you get there. Plus, it's going to help you prevent from buying extra things. So it's going to save you some money, and it's going to save you from making choices that you don't want to make or that are maybe just instinctual. We might be having a habit of grabbing a bag of chips every single time we go to the grocery store. And we might be trying to change that habit to not having that in our house. So if it's not on the list, it doesn't get put in the grocery cart. It's that simple. Obviously, you're going to come up with a few things here and there. And trust me, sometimes I go to Costco and I'm like, ooh, that sounds amazing. I didn't think I needed that. But let's get that for this week as well. It happens. But it's going to help you prevent that a little bit less, help you save some money, make those right decisions. And make sure you just get everything you need to set yourself up, because nothing is worse than planning out a week and then coming into that meal and you're like, I didn't get any rice. And you're like, well, what am I supposed to do now? Okay, I'm just going to go to Chick-fil-A now. Peace. No, like, so it's just going to help prevent that as, just another failsafe to help you through that. Now, we're going to go shopping with a list. That's step 3. Okay. Bring the list. I forget my list every once in a while, but that's why I usually put it on my phone. I don't forget my phone. So now I have my list with me at all times. I have my app. I can check it off. It disappears. It's a lot of fun. And it helps you just focus in on those things. Now, when you're going shopping, and I love grocery shopping is like one of my favorite activities. I like to be as efficient as possible and get in, get out, see if I can get all my things nice and quick. And one thing that is like such a little pet peeve of mine is like when people go down every single aisle. You don't need to go down every single aisle. You have a list. You know where everything is. If you don't know where it is, okay, fine. I understand that. I've moved plenty of times and not know, okay, now I don't know where this is and this is. And it takes some time, a few times to learn the grocery store and know where everything is that you need. But I'm telling you, do not go down every aisle. This is what leads you to making poor decisions. Don't do it. You don't need to. You have your list. You know where it is. And go down the aisles that you need. And avoid the rest because it's going to waste your time. And you're, again, probably going to end up with things you don't need or want. And you just got it. Because why not? Those cookies do look delicious. Have a sip of that coffee there. There we go. Again, make sure, stick to the list. Don't go down every aisle. Now, one of my favorite things to do is to buy a lot of my things in bulk. Not everything, but the things that you use frequently. A, because it saves you money. B, because it's great to have on hand. I like to be stocked up to know, okay, I can make these quick adjustments as necessary. So some of my favorite things that I do buy in bulk, I go to Costco at least once, maybe even twice a week. It's on my way home from work. Is protein. So I love getting my meats. Ground beef, chicken usually are my top 2. Chicken breast, chicken thighs, chicken tenders. To be able to just stock up. A lot of them I get already in the package. So like the chicken's already in the package. I cut it up, put it in the freezer. Boom. Take it out when I need it. I'm all done. There you go. I have my options. Like this morning, I quite literally took out a packet of ground beef, a packet of chicken. I got those for my next 2 meals. Do I know what I'm doing with them? No, but I have them already. I'm already stocked. I don't have to go to the store now. I don't have to make that full decision because it's already kind of there. Now, another things I like to do, any snacks. So like I like chomps, meat sticks. I get a pack of those once a month, just as a on hand, as I call them my break in case of hangry snacks. Break the glass, get the meat stick. There you go. But any other type of snacks, I usually like to get at Costco to be able to just have on hand. You don't have to worry about them. Don't have to get them every week. Boom. And who doesn't love a good snack? I do. And then fruit. So the fruits and the vegetables that I eat most, I like to get there. I don't like to get everything because we don't eat, that's when things get to go a little bit bad. But something like strawberries, oranges are probably our top 2. Grapes sometimes. Just got some cantaloupes because they look delicious. And they didn't have any bananas, so bananas are another one I get. So just be able to help yourself there. Save yourself, again, a little bit of money, a little bit of time. And just like, for me, it's like I have it, so I need to eat it. And I'm going to eat it all. And fruit's great for you. So just eat it. You have it. So if you're going to spend your money, do that. Now, step 4. This is more of an optional step. And this is the meal prepping stage. So you don't have to meal prep. You don't have to have all your meals made and prepped. It can be great. And it is 100% a great option for people that have a finite amount of time in their weekly schedule. If you work a very busy job or multiple jobs during the week, and you're like, I don't have the time to do this, then yes, I would 100% say, okay, you have time on Sunday to be able to do all this, shop, get your list done, and then prep a few meals. I would 100% suggest it. Take the little bit of investment in investing in some Tupperware. I use the Pyrex glass containers personally. I think they're the best. They reheat and they're clean very well. So I would highly suggest them. But if you don't have the time, don't stress about it. if you have the time to do it, you're already planned, so you can do what you got to do right then and there. Now, me personally, I usually do about one meal in advance, either my breakfast or if I need something, my protein for my lunch, I will do all of that to be able to just make it easier for me to grab and go. As I talked about on a previous episode, I also do make it the night before, like prep everything, put it in my container. So then in the morning, I have more free time to be able to wake up and do the things that I want to do and get ready for my work without having to feel super stressed. Now, another cheat code here. You don't like to cook, or you want some easy options. There are a few pre-cooked proteins that I would suggest to anybody. One that I did this week, a rotisserie chicken, $6.99. Amazing. Got all my lunches, plus a few for my wife all week. All you have to do is cut it up and reheat. Or just eat it cold. Put it on a sandwich. It's great. And they're pretty easy to cut up once you let them cool. Amazing. I also love getting like packets of like grilled chicken or steak or canned tuna or chicken as well as just easy protein options when you're in a pinch. These options usually last a little bit longer. They're refrigerated or canned, so they last a little bit longer, so you don't have to eat them in that exact week. So they stay fresher a little bit longer, but they're like, man, I ate more for dinner than I thought I was. Now I don't have for lunch. Oh, well, I have this as a secondary option. Or I don't have enough protein left over, so I'll add a little bit in. That's really what I like to do. Sometimes I don't have enough I want to get more protein, so I don't have enough already cooked with my meal from last night. Okay, so now I'll add a few pieces of that already grilled chicken or whatever it may be, just to, spice it up a little bit, get more protein, help yourself. So I hope this helped you kind of get an idea of what I like to do and what I suggest to my clients when they ask about how do you meal plan. And at the end of the day, you need to work this system that fits within your life. My lifestyle is different than yours. So you have to figure out what works for you and your family to be able to plan your meals in a way that is successful for you. You can adjust these steps to a way that works for you to keep yourself on track. And that's what it's all about. It's just to help you keep yourself on track. It's to help you make this easier. And you've heard me say before, cheat code. This is a cheat code. This whole thing is a cheat code because nobody thinks about this like this. I'm telling you, there are a lot of people that just completely ignore this altogether. They're like, why can't I eat right? Why can't I eat right? I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I understand that. I completely understand that. A lot of us know what we need to do. Then why aren't we doing it? Plan. I'm telling you, it feels like it's going to be painful. It feels like it is. It is not. It is not. The first few times it might be, but I'm telling you, once you start getting into a system and creating a system and fine-tuning it to what works for you, and you'll figure that out, it becomes so much easier. The weeks that I don't do this are usually the biggest struggle because I'm having to waste a lot of energy to make these decisions when I could have already made those decisions at that time. One thing that I've learned personally, and what I would suggest you, is to make this a family activity with your partner. If you have kids, with your kids, talk about it. Have fun with it. It's going to help you take some burden off yourself to be making all these decisions. Plus, it makes it a little bit more fun and exciting. Everyone gets excited. I can't wait for that dinner. Susie picked out that dinner tonight. Oh, man, you're going to be a little bit more excited about it. And it helps everyone have a little bit of skin in the game to be able to take some onus on themselves. So when you are cooking dinners or lunches or breakfast or whatever meal it is, that they know that they had a part in making this decision. So it helps take a little bit of onus off of you and puts it on everyone. At the end of the day, it's on everyone to some degree. Just make it an activity for everybody. And when you're doing this, I always tell my clients, look for creative ways to hit your goals. Like, have some fun with it. Like, there are so many different ways to make this work. Things that I do, things that I've seen other people do. There's no one right way. The framework might be the same, but how we get through it can be completely different. Like, I love to cook. You might not, and that is okay. So I love looking for new recipes. If you love to cook, look for some new recipes. Follow them. I literally look up all the time. Okay, boom, boom, boom. On Google, just look it up. Just see what's out there. I know there's a lot. So, take 5-10 minutes, find something, try it. You don't like it? You don't ever have to make it again. Maybe you don't like to cook. Find simple, easy options. Find them. They're there. I gave you a few with the rotisserie chicken, the canned tuna, the already grilled chicken. Like, there are great options that are affordable, that taste good, and that help you hit your goals. And one that I love to do too is shop at different stores. Go to a farmer's market. Like, see what other people have. I know around me, farmer markets are huge. And there's one almost every day during the spring and summer at different locations. And, I go. Sometimes me and my wife will just go. We'll look and we'll see fresh pasta. Amazing. Let's buy some of that. Oh, some sourdough bread. Let's just grab a loaf of that. Things that we can now work into our plan. Okay, I got this at the farmer's market, so maybe I'll take this option out. I'll push it maybe to next week. And it just makes it fun, exciting. And you notice that you'll start even too getting into, some habits and some meals. Like, I know there's things that me and my wife cook almost every single week. And you know what? That's okay. Like, it doesn't always have to be new and exciting. And that's what makes it even easier, is that we know we like these foods. We know they hit our goals. And so when we don't want them, we just say, nah, I'm going to make something else with that chicken or that beef that's not, burgers. That's okay. That's all good. So I really hope this helped you, gave you a good framework on how to tackle your own meal plan. And now it's your turn to plan your meals. Now, if you do need some help, I'm here for you. That's why I'm here. Let's do it. Okay? Shoot me an email, john.stein@maximalu.com, or send me a DM on Instagram @maxucoaching, and I'd be more than happy to help you tackle your meal plan with you, answer any questions you might have. If you need some recipe ideas, I quite literally have a whole folder on my Instagram and my Facebook with tons of different ideas. Probably something that you've been looking for, especially some easy, simple ones. Air fryer, got one for Christmas. Absolutely love it. So I've been experimenting with that as well. So keep eating like a champion. Let's keep crushing our goals. Till next week, let's go. Peace.